Hey, so today I want to show you how to make your edits really fast, way cheaper, and a lot more consistent and precise. So let's get into it. So you see a lot of the time on YouTube, within the prompts, people will actually have something like this. Email tool access is to access email agent. Something like this, right? Now, you might have this, and they might have various tools to use as well. So there's a few problems with this. Number one, it's costing us more because we're using more tokens. Number two, every time, even if it's not relevant to a specific tool, we're still using that within the prompt every single time, okay? So ideally, we don't even want to have this at all unless it was for specific cases. The main thing that we need to focus on is actually the descriptions and the name of the nodes that we're using. So if we actually look at the description here, I've said, call this tool for website, traffic, and blog related queries. I have the name as website. I've also named it up here as website. When I speak with my agent now, okay, she understands that if I have a blog related query or traffic related query, website related query, she knows exactly where to route that, even without having specific information within her prompt, right? But as a fallback, I've also created the commands node here. If you look at the description, get a list of tools and functionality and example queries sent from the user to understand what tool to route queries to. So now if we actually go to this table and we can see the tools and queries table here. So I have the tool name, which is all the tools that I'm using. I have a description of the tool, and I also have example queries from the user, something that I would generally send to the agent. And now it's understanding based on my kind of language, based on what I would say, it understands exactly where to route my query. So something like this can actually be really good because we could add a dozen examples per tool if we wanted to be very, very specific and really fine tune it, right? So if we look at Jenny's prompt right here, I've said access commands if you're unsure where to route a query. So this isn't being used every single time. It's being used as a fallback. So if she's confused, she'll access commands. That will open up this. She'll see the tool names, the example queries from me that I've given her as examples, and then she'll be able to route that query to the right node. So by doing this, we can now reduce the prompt size and make it very concise and very compact, right? And this means that we're going to have much more reliability. We're going to get faster results as well. And it's going to cost us a lot less because we're using a lot less tokens every time as well. So I'll even give you a little example of this as well. Let's say I want to get the latest weather, okay? So we'll go in here. Give me today's weather. And we can see straight away, she goes straight to the weather node, delivers the results, and we're good to go. Now let's say we want to get some news articles. So we can see straight away, she's gone straight to the news articles. She's back to ChatGPT, making up the response for me, and there we go. There's nothing within her prompt, okay? If we look at her prompt right here, there are no hard-coded commands or anything in relation to that specific node. There's nothing at all. So if we actually come back here as well, we can see that she hasn't even accessed the commands node. She's not confused at all. She knows exactly where my query should go. Let's just try another one here. Hey Jenny, can you get my YouTube summary, please? Oh, yep. Forgot to activate that. So transcribe, straight to the YouTube node. Back to ChatGPT. Boom. There we go. Everything works just as it should. Jenny, can you get the meta title and meta description from my website, please? Going through, transcribing it, headed over to Jenny, straight over to the website node. No messing around here at all. Okay? Agents delivered that. Back to ChatGPT. There we go. And now that my prompt is way shorter, the cost of everything's gone right down as well, right? But as an extra benefit, she's now more precise and a lot faster now as well. And that's the whole point that I'm trying to bring across here, okay? That you can actually make all of this without having to create these large 2,000 word prompts and everything, right? You can actually do all of this within n8n directly, as long as you set it all up and you configure all the nodes with the right descriptions, the names, and so on and so forth. Yeah, pretty much. So another little tip I'll give you here as well is that I have a node here called the daily summary. So if we actually look at the instructions, this is the instruction that Jenny's going to see of what I require, and then the example output. So now when I query for the daily summary, and let's just test that. Hey Jenny, can you get my daily summary, please? Transcribing, straight to the daily summary. So it's actually picked up the information from the Airtable as well. And there we go. There's my daily summary. So as you can see, it works really well. And this is just making the AI agents way more efficient, cheaper, and much more reliable. So I hope you learned something today, and see you next time.